Pink ladies, T-birds just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk, and I work hard for the money, so you better treat me right. So, what up, guys? This is RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 3, Episode 2, recap and review, and thank you so much for joining me. Y'all bear with me. I got one more week, and I promise you, for Snatch Game, I'm here and on time because I'm off of work. Hallelujah. Shout outs to Shangela, who was our winner today. Spoiler alert. But if you didn't want a fucking spoiler, why the fuck are you watching my video? Supposed to be trying not to swear because of monetization, but that's why I have my beautiful patrons and all of these lovely other ways to help me continue my channel and be honest to how I run my channel. Now, let's get into the gig, baby. So we already start with shade, basically. So Ben de la Creme is crying because she was just like, that was an impossible choice. I don't want to send anybody home. Wham, you got an issue. Here's motherfucking tissue. You seen season 1. You already know what it is. So don't go crying over spilt milk. As a matter of fact, speaking of spilt milk, y'all have to excuse me. I do realize that it's in the morning, but this is my nighttime, and I work hard for the money. Broke 2 nails today. Snowing in Ohio. Had to take the long way home. Still came home and got engaged to do this video. But speaking of spilt milk, or should I say spoiled milk, bitch, as Shangela would call her, Miss Big and Milky. Girl, she is filling her oats. But the bitch don't need to be named Milk. She need to be named Milk of Magnesia because she full of shit. I have had it officially with motherfucking Milk. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because this is reading is what? Fundamental, and it's going down today. First of all, Milk, let's clock the tea, shall we? You did fantastic for yourself since Drag Race. As a male model. Hashtag not in drag. Let's start with that. Number 2. How dare you come for anybody? Now, at least when Shangela was on stage to rehearsal, and stick with me because I'm going to jumping around because I just needed to read Milk real quick. How dare you read Shangela for method acting? First of all, bitch, if you want to check your motherfucking mathematics, you ain't the only one that did well after Drag Race. And you know what? Shangela is a professional actress. Actor. So if she wants to go method, it shouldn't be none of your concern if it ain't taken away from your time with Todrick Hall. And by the way, there was a method to her madness because the bitch won. Hallelujah. Now, I might read Milk a little bit more because the bitch is lactose intolerant. Literally and figuratively at this point. But we find out that, Aja was going to send Chi-Chi home. And Chi-Chi felt a way about it. But, baby, had Morgan not opened her mouth and spilt her motherfucking tea, you would have been the first one to go home. The performance was lackluster. The shoes were an issue. Not so much for me if you're going to let BB be barefoot, but that's neither here nor there. It was an issue for the judges, and that's what mattered. That wig was shake and go. And the performance was just not as high energy as I know that Chi-Chi can do. But you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. If she don't get ready, she stay ready. And if that's the fire she needed to light under her ass to get it cracking in this bitch, that's okay. However, Chi-Chi did spill her own tea. Well, I don't think this bottom 2 should have been the bottom 2. Thorgy says, well, who do you think should have been in the bottom? Milk? Oh, honey. Trixie Mattel said, honey, your talent can't be Velcro. The reads, the shade in this episode was just delicious. Oh my God, it was so good. Speaking of shade, let's get into what the main challenge is tonight, which is VH1 Divas Live, a tribute to Ru, which is doing RuPaul's songs in the style of all of these divas. Because I ain't 100% sure Amy Winehouse should have been on that list. But anyway, divas. And I thought for the most part, everybody they picked to play everybody was pretty good. I would have thought that you would have gave Chi-Chi maybe somebody a little bit younger and fresher than Patti LaBelle. But you didn't. But for the most part, I thought everybody was a pretty fantastic fit and should have played their character well. It spoke to their strengths. So we had Milka Celine Dion, Kennedy as Janet Jackson, Aja as Amy Winehouse, Chi-Chi as Patti LaBelle, Trixie as Dolly Parton, Shangela as Mariah Carey, which actually I found to be questionable because I'm like, really? I didn't see that for Shangela. She talked it though, but I didn't see that for Shangela. Thorgy as Stevie Nicks, Ben de la Creme as Julie Andrews, and BB as the boss, Diana Ross. Contrary to popular belief, that is not who I'm dressed like. I'm dressed like Donna Summer, but we had to work with what we had, so I thought I did have a wig that was like this, that was longer, but apparently I must have threw it away, so this is what y'all get. Anywho, Lord, I feel something. Don't worry, I'm not going to need a redemption. It's not actual vomit. It's word vomit. Motherfucking Thorgy Thor, goddamn you. I was so excited. So excited to find out that somebody was doing Stevie Nicks. And I was happy that it was you because I thought you was the one person that was going to be able to pull that shit off. Let me tell y'all right now. Don't let the melanin and the hip-hop and the foul mouth and the cigarette and the constant drinking fool you, bitch. I am a humongous Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac fan. So when I tell you immediately when she started saying, well, Stevie Nicks ain't really a gay icon, says who? Bitch, where? Have you ever heard of Night of a Thousand Stevies? Then you have the audacity and the gall to say that you was a Stevie Nicks fan and turn out a performance like that. First of all, if I'm a fan of somebody, you could have, first of all, it's All Stars 3. You could have gave me Carrie Hilson and I'd have turned that bitch out. And don't nobody even know who that stranger bitch is. Secondly, Stevie Nicks is legendary. Do you understand me? As far as rock history, kids, the young people that's watching me, go on Wikipedia and look up who Stevie Nicks is. Legendary. Fucking legendary. An icon. And anybody that is a female that is an icon at that level is automatically a gay motherfucking icon. Are you fucking serious? Third of all, you call yourself a fan. And you talking all this bullshit when Todrick is trying to help you. Well, she's internalized bullshit. Stevie Nicks is one of the best performers and one of the greatest performers as far, especially as a rock singer, to look at. She is iconic. What drag queens is not? Tell me Jinx Monsoon ain't getting no influence from Stevie Nicks. Girl, I can't wait till the fashion photo review because Raven is gonna read you a new motherfucking asshole for that shit. Like, I was just like, well, she's more internal, but this is a stage performance and this is drag. You need to drag it up. Now, you consider yourself to be a comedy queen. And that's the real motherfucker shade. And the shade is towards Stevie Nicks. Because as a comedy queen, and you're doing Stevie Nicks, and I understand you have to toe a line that you don't want to insult the person. However, do you want $100,000 in a crown or not? I can tell you things about Stevie Nicks. And the fucked up thing about it is they know who they gonna be when they fucking get there. So if you wasn't 100% sure that you was gonna be able to do Stevie Nicks, you should have did some research because chances are you was gonna have to be Stevie Nicks if they told you to bring the costume. Listen, honey, oh honey, Let me tell you a little something about Stevie Nicks. First of all, let me tell you the first thing you fucked up at. Stevie Nicks always got them big skirts that flow and twirl. The bitch always got something in her hand. And if she ain't got a scarf or a cape, just twirling, and she grabbing her skirt. Bitch, you ain't grabbed your skirt once. Number 2, Stevie Nicks used to be a majorette. Okay? She used to be a majorette. She moves like somebody that used to be a majorette. When she's dancing, when she's standing in place, and like she's rocking back and forth, it damn near look like she marching. She also moved them shoulders a little bit. Now, I ain't gonna say she doing Tina Turner, but them shoulders move a little bit. Her moves is very staccato. She has an iconic dance. If she doing her side step, it's very iconic. It almost look like she breaking her ankles. And I know all of this, and I ain't seen Stevie Nicks probably in 10 fucking years. Get the fuck out of here. And then, on top of that, you don't know nothing. You gonna go old school Fleetwood Mac, right? You gonna go old school Fleetwood Mac. You ain't doing current Stevie Nicks. You doing old school. Do you know everybody and their mama know that Stevie Nicks had a problem with cocaine? So if you was gonna be funny, you should have almost had manic energy. Come out with some powder coming off your nose. If you thought you couldn't stand out, it's your fault you didn't motherfucker stand out. On top of the fact of Todrick know your ass can't dance. That's why he was like, well, what do you want to do in an Al Incorporated? He choreographed your shit on the spot. How about that? So, you was one of the very few people, at least what we saw from the show, that actually had input into the choreography. And your input was, well, she twirled around a lot. And you didn't even do that right. And going back to the fact that she was a majorette, she wasn't just spinning la 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 like Ring Around the Rosie like a little kid, like Nell with her dress over her head. That bitch spotted, and it was obvious that she spotted. That neck would snap. Turn, snap, turn, snap. That neck would snap. These is all things I know about Stevie Nicks. Then you want to motherfucking be mad because BB got Diana Ross and she's hardly doing nothing, but guess what? She nailed Diana Ross. Had you nailed Stevie Nicks and did all them little tiny quirks that I just discussed, you might have been all right. I ain't gonna read you on your redo look just yet. Because I'm tired, I gotta edit this shit, and we need to move on. So, anyway, Todrick Hall, somebody must have told him when he be on the show he boring, because that motherfucker had one-liners, read, and shade for days this episode, and I was here for it. I was like, all right, Todrick, come through with some entertainment, because usually you boring when you on here. And you was still boring as a judge, but what have you. And Trixie's face, when Thorgy was up there, too, Trixie is just here for the talking heads and the facial expressions because she is a mess. Then I just had to say this, and I even tweeted this. Y'all gave Julia Andrews called me mother and got her doing like hip hop moves. I said, why y'all got Julia Andrews out here being a thotty thought? Thigh pockets. And then Shangela just being in character though was just hilarious. She had came out with them sunglasses. She was into it. She was feeling her Mimi fantasy, honey. Ha! See what I did there? Fantasy. Me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifiers. Okay. So we gonna really skip the little green screen stuff because I got a lot to say and a lot to edit, and I really want to get to this runway because I was super excited about this runway, which was, well, shit, not the runway yet. I got to go over the main challenge. Of course, I just went in on Thorgy, so we'll skip her. Milk. Oh, honey, do I got to go back to reading Milk? I wish we was reading a Milk carton because your ass was missing off the damn show because I have had it up to here with you. I will not cry over spilt milk. Get the fuck out. Why, if you have Celine Dion, again, this is drag. This is a competition. That's cute, boo, that you all in the fashion scene and you wanted to do her look at the Met Gala. However, nobody knew that was Celine Dion by first look. That's key in this type of challenge. Which, this was one of the best production numbers I've ever seen them do, and I hate the production number challenge. I hate the production number challenges. But this, I was feeling. But that choice. And then that performance of Celine Dion. And then that necklace with the peanut butter on it. Then you took off your big size 13 shoe and put it to your ear. Like, Celine Dion don't do that. That shit was trash. Trash. You gonna do Celine Dion? Easiest thing to do. To do Celine Dion. Put on a white pantsuit. And a wig with a part down the middle. That's, probably, I would say, probably a 427. Maybe a 1B27 ombre. But that's what you do. You don't wear no shit from the Met Gala unless it is a super iconic Met Gala look like a Beyonce or a Rihanna or hell, even Kim Kardashian had an iconic one. Wasn't nobody checking for motherfucking Celine Dion at the Met Gala. Don't nobody know what fucking dress that was. And it was an ugly facsimile. And then Kennedy. Oh, Kennedy, baby, why? Kennedy, why? We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. You are the dancing diva. And you don't do choreo. I say, what, say, huh? And you don't do choreo. Girl. And then, like, it just wasn't a good Janet. There was nothing about that that said Janet. However, I am going to read the judges for a little bit because one of the judges, I forgot which one it was, is like, this is not giving me Janet Jackson. This hair isn't Janet. This outfit is Janet. Pump your brakes. Because y'all did this to Chi-Chi last week. That y'all going to learn some goddamn black references, you hear? You're going to learn the nigga references. You're going to learn them. Because y'all didn't get what Chi-Chi was doing when she was J-setting last week and Majorette dancing. Now this week you don't get that Janet Jackson was dressed in that dope-ass outfit from the Busta Rhymes What's It Gonna Be video, which at the time it was shot was the most expensive video ever known. What is up with people not knowing fucking references? I thought drag was for references. I thought we lived in references in drag. I thought that was something that was important to drag. As far as I'm concerned, it is. But anyway, but as far as the performance, it was bad. But don't come for her and say that wasn't Janet Jackson because she nailed that. I wasn't 100% sure that Amy Winehouse looks like Amy Winehouse. The hair needed to be bigger and a little bit messier, and I think she could have camped that up more. But it was okay. It was a safe performance, and she deserved to be safe for it. Chi-Chi. I'm going to tell y'all I'm in the minority right now. There were some things that Patti LaBelle does that Chi-Chi did. But to me, it wasn't nothing about that was Patti LaBelle. I'm sorry. That hair was trash. That outfit was trash. And I understand they read you for having on flat shoes. But one thing, if you know anything about Patti LaBelle, when she get into it, she kicking them shoes off. And I was waiting for that, and that didn't happen. But that hair, nigga. That hair was Patti LaBelle. And that suit, I don't think Patti LaBelle would ever wear anything that ugly. That looked like a church lady suit. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. As far as a performance, though, she was entertaining to watch, which is more than I can say for Thorgy or Milk. Or really, she was more entertaining to watch than Aja, to me. It was a high energy performance, which she needed to do. But Patti LaBelle, it was not. Trixie, I mean, she got Dolly Parton. Trixie Mattel basically is already Dolly Parton, so that wasn't much. The one thing I will say is because of the proportions, because Dolly Parton is actually a very tiny woman. I think she's only about 5'2", 5'3", and then she has these humongous boobs. I understand that Trixie had on a breastplate, but because Trixie is a not 5'2" man, them titties needed to be bigger. They needed to be exaggerated and ridiculous, but I loved everything about the look. It was Dolly Parton. It was a middle of the road performance, and it deserved to be safe. But actually, I think a bigger titty and a different runway look might have landed her in the top, but we'll get to that when we get to it. The one thing I can say about Thorgy is she did look like Stevie Nicks, and I'll leave it at that. And Shangela, I didn't see Mariah Carey for you, bitch, but you turned the motherfucking party. That shit was everything. Now, to be fair, she also probably had the funniest part. Let's just keep it 100. Because Mariah Carey is the butt of a lot of jokes right now. The Julie Andrews. I was nervous. But Ben did that, and that was funny. And even whoever wrote the music and the skit and did it in the styles, to have Julie Andrews do Call Me Mother and rap was fucking hilarious. And Ben was the right person to do that. And then BB, like I said, like that was Diana Ross, the house down boots. Like that was Diana Ross, the house down boots. Before we get into this runway, I want to talk about this theory that BB is a mole that I had completely dismissed. And I'm still not thinking it's true, but I will say for those of y'all that have this conspiracy theory, this week will boost your conspiracy theory more. Because I'm like, do Mama Ru got on a dress that looked like it's African print? And then you gave BB your favorite diva? Suspect, all I'm saying. I don't think that's what it is, but suspect, all I'm saying. And she did happen to have on red, you know, like the Handmaid's Tale. Just saying. So this runway. So, Patty Draper was right, and Milk redid her crazy, sexy, cool look. And, it was alright. That looks like, you know, just I got a quick gig on the way to the gig that's going to make some real money, and I'm going to throw this dress on, this wig, and paint pretty and do a ballad. But that dress wasn't it, sis. That dress was not it, sis. And then the challenge, everybody interpreted the challenge different, and it was okay. I didn't know if they just had to redo the challenge that they did, or if they had to like reinterpret the look that they did. And some people interpreted it different ways. Milk is like, well, they asked me to do glam. Yeah, but that wasn't the challenge. The challenge was crazy, sexy, cool. You do some crazy, cool shit. That's what you should have did. Because this was a hard pass for me. Aja. Now this is a molten lava princess. She was giving me all of the Adventure Time. Like if there was a princess disaster that was a volcano princess on Adventure Time, this is like the cartoon version of what I would see. Like the dress was right, the hair that was red that went to the orange like it was a flame. This was right. Well done, fully redeemed. Chi-Chi could have did better. But it still leaps and bounds beyond what she did before. That wig, sis, that wig wasn't getting it. You didn't have to do another neon wig. What's up with your wigs? Chi-Chi? What's up with your wigs this season? Trixie redid the ugly dress challenge, and I don't know why. Why would you want to do an uglier dress than what you already wore? And on top of that, is wearing an uglier dress than what you already have worn before really a challenge? And I think that's why she was just safe and didn't make the top. I honestly do. I honestly do. Kennedy blew me away because I did not know. I knew that's what look Kennedy was going to redo, but I didn't know how she was going to redo it. I thought she was going to come up with a different story. She really took it literally and said, no, I'm redoing this runway. It is the same story, but let me tell you what happened when the chicken get killed by the trade and then came back to life and got crystallized. Bitch, you did that. Top look of the night. Top look of the night, the reveal. She said, I'm still going to give you chicken. That mask was covered, and then you're going to do a reveal, and I'm going to give you all of crystallized, which was dope. However, Kennedy, stop relying on all that shit glued all over your face. Because the next time you do it, Michelle Visage is going to check you for that shit, so I'm going to just check you for it now. Thorgy, I'm one of the very few people that I really honestly liked her neon look the first time. Like, I very much got the mod reference. It could have been some different hair. it could have been some different makeup instead of like them paper eyelashes. But I actually liked the neon mod look. I liked the way that her face was like drawn mod too with the lines around it. I liked it. This shit right here, hard pass. Hard pass. The dress was constructed disgusting. It wasn't cute. Then she had this upside down Nike swoosh fucking helmet on her head. And then these big gigantic eyebrows. Just no. Hard pass. Ben redid her Dripping in Jewels Eleganza, and Ben was one of the ones that I really, honestly, well, I should say Petty Draper found it really far. Well, we found shit. Found it very hard because Ben was damn near flawless on her season. But to redo the Dripping in Jewels Eleganza, she did get a lot of shit for it, and she executed it well, and I thought it was beautiful. Plus, it's pink, of course I did. However, I know the 50s, 60s pinup aesthetic is your thing, but just like it did on your season, that's going to get real old real quick. You're going to have to do something else at some point. But I liked it. I absolutely loved it. I mean, I loved it. BB, I mean, she looks good, but shit, we don't know what the hell. We don't remember what the hell she had on any of the season, and you can't clock her for it. So as long as she came out looking decent, she was alright. And Shangela in the snow globe realness for the redo of the Christmas runway gave me all of the life. Shangela said, oh, no. I done had too many fucked up looks. I didn't come to play. I came to motherfucking slay. Christmas slay. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? That bitch came out in the motherfucking snow globe, bitch. Shangela, by far, deserves to be the top. And to be fair, if I have to go off of the performances, I think Ben deserved to be there too. And I think BB deserved to be there too. However, what I will say is, I think a bigger titty Dolly Parton, just because that was just so in her wheelhouse, and a different challenge, and Trixie really would have turned it, I think that possibly it would have been a toss-up. But, like I said, Ben, Shanji, and BB was in the top, and the bottom was Chi-Chi, Thorgy, and Kennedy. Thorgy, yeah. I feel like I'm being objective, but I am really that huge of a Stevie Nicks fan that pissed me off. But just even the overall performances of watching based on even entertainment level, whether he was nailing your character or not, could I watch you? Were you at least doing something? Did you know the words to your lip sync? Did you know your choreography? Were you energetic? Thorgy deserved to be in the bottom. Especially because they were combining runway looks, and that runway look alone should have put her in the bottom. Chi-Chi being in the bottom, I kind of don't get, because y'all was living for her, Patti LaBelle. Her runway look was a little pedestrian, but the challenge was to redo a fashion disaster, and she succeeded in that. I don't know why nobody liked the coat. I liked the coat, but then again, a bitch like a fur coat, and her coat was pink, so riddle me that. But and Kennedy was really off. She really was. But if we're weighing in the runway, her and Shangela definitely were the tops on the runway. And I almost want to say that I feel like Kennedy's was better only because her redo was the hardest redo to do. She really literally took the exact same costume and the exact same fucked up convoluted story and redid that and killed it. So as far as the runway, that makes her my top just because of how she chose to redo it. Even though I absolutely love Shangela's look, and if we were just going off of aesthetic, I would say Shangela. But these fugly ass frocks the Milk had on, and Milk was safe. And then, You tall drink of motherfucking narcissism. You mad because you safe? Bitch, you should have been in the bottom. Both your dresses was ugly. Nobody knew you was Celine Dion. Nobody could tell by what you had on what challenge you redid. You were a hot damn mess. You should have been in the bottom. And keep it 100, since I've rewatched the first episode, you should have been in the bottom last week too. How about that? Because Milk, your talent can't be Velcro. Now granted, it still should have been you and Chi-Chi in the bottom. But your ass should have been in the bottom last week. And you damn sure should have been in the bottom this week. Who is fucking Milk? Who is trying to get a piece of the Milky Way? Who is trying to get a piece of the king size Milky Way? Because that's the only way I can see that you safe, boo. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I will be thrilled if next week we reading on the milk carton. Because you're missing. But Thorgy had just got on my nerves so bad that I was just like, bitch, please send Thorgy home. And when they said it was Shangela and Ben, I said, this is my dream scenario. Shangela wins the lip sync, sends Thorgy home. That's exactly what happened. Bendela. I know I'm not a judge, but I'm only going to warn you one more time. Every lip sync you do cannot be this over-the-top comedy lip sync. Because if you keep being in the top, which is fantastic if you keep being in the top, that means you're killing the competition, and I have no problem with that. Because it is a competition. Bring your A game, bitch. You just happen to be bringing your A+ game the first couple episodes. But what I'm going to need you to do is, to me, that was basically the same lip sync as she did last week. Okay, it was a little bit, oh, she didn't know what to do, so she was making fun of, like, I'm just going to do what she do, and ha, ha, that's so funny. Every song ain't a comedy lip sync. I don't think she won last week. And I rewatched the lip sync because, you know, they reran the episode, and I rewatched that lip sync. I know a lot of y'all disagree with me. Ben ain't win last week either, and she damn sure didn't win this week. But I also kind of think part of her didn't want to go through eliminating nobody else. So even though she was lip syncing good at the end, I think she kind of just said, fuck it, because I don't want to eliminate nobody again this soon anyway. So, that's my review. What y'all think? Y'all know I love the Kiki. So y'all go ahead and comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Who y'all ready to get home? Because I think everybody in America said good riddance to motherfucking Thorgy. And Milk is next. So I would like to thank you so much for watching. To my patrons, I love you guys so much. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. To my pink ladies and T-Birds, thank you for subscribing. If you are not a pink lady or T-Bird, please become one by subscribing. Make sure you hit the notification button. Comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't matter. YouTube count all of it. So engage with your homie. Also, there's merchandise and my PayPal if you want a tip. Also, my album is on sale on iTunes, Amazon, and you can stream it on Spotify. I just found that out. So, JImmiPynk's American Psycho. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Deuces.
Kamehameha, attackers blazing, I'm so amazing. Japanimation, the anime on your cartoon station. So fulfilling, no adults swimming for about an hour. Revealing power, unorthodox amongst these cowards. Full transformation for Optimus Prime transformation. A good vibration from Rumble Pack.